Good morning, sports fans. I'm back again here, and I must say that I'm still suffering from from the Olympics. What do you call it? Hangover. I still can't get out of my mind that the games have already been done. Sochi 2 in 2014, Winter Olympics, and I got to tell you that I can't stop thinking about it. I mean, you believe it? 2 weeks has passed, and it's already over. But now that's over, I'm going to talk about some other sports. Talk about the upcoming boxing match between Miguel Cotto and Sergio Martinez. Now, as you all know, that those two fighters, Martinez and Cotto, they're at the end. They're about at the. I mean, they're about to reach the end of their careers. Now, I don't know about Sergio Martinez because it seems to me he's a very unpredictable boxer. He had two fights against Paul Williams. I think the first fight he got robbed of a decision. Then the second fight he knocked him out. Then he beat this other guy by the name of Kelly Pavlik. Now, honestly, I think Kelly Pavlik was overrated. I mean, people made him. I mean, that's what the media does. They make sports personalities bigger than they really are. So I guess he beat him, and that's it. And then he had his fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He was winning the fight, and then he gets hit by a right hook or something. And then in the last round, and he merely survived. I mean, he survived it, but he was quite rattled. But he won the fight, and I suspect that there will be a rematch. But we just don't know when it is. Now, Miguel Cotto, on the other hand, he's a young he's a young man in his 30s, but having a lot of tough fights. He looks to, he's washed up and pretty old. I mean, he had a tough fight against Antonio Margarito, and he had a tough fight against Manny Pacquiao, and he lost both fights. Of course, he had a rematch with Margarito, and he won. But he's been in a lot of tough fights, and that's got to take a toll on your body and your spirit and your mind as well. But those two are going to go at it. I don't know. It just never seems that boxing is doesn't have the wide audience as it did before. Much of a wide audience as it did before years ago. We had the likes of Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Leon Spinks, Muhammad Ali. Now, those were good boxers. And a lot of these boxing promoters have been making a lot of money off of them. But nowadays, boxing is not what it's used to be. And it's been dominated by the sports of MMA, whatever the hell that is. I mean, I think it's just all hype. MMA, it's all hype. Honestly, I mean, I don't know what happened. Like boxing used to be very good. Now it's like not so popular anymore. People are watching MMA. It's just surreal. But hopefully, boxing comes back to its glory days. I mean, it's just maybe the lack of promotion or the lack of viewership. I would say lack of viewership. Because nowadays, you need to watch these matches on cable or these networks like HBO and all those, and Showtime, which of course, as we all know, Floyd Mayweather vacated HBO and went to Showtime instead. I don't know, maybe it has to do with the commentary that HBO was giving out, or their lack of understanding when it comes to boxing. I mean, that's why he skipped bail to Showtime. Now, Showtime is owned by CBS, and they probably rake in millions of dollars in advertising revenue. So I guess in HBO, because Floyd Mayweather left the network, they're probably losing a whole lot of money in revenue. Because I mean, you need to get views in order to make money. And most of these TV sports networks, they make money from ads, ad revenues. Like say advertising certain products, and they make their money, and that's it. Because I mean, Floyd Mayweather, he's already a rich man. He could retire at any time. But I guess he wants to continue boxing for the fans. And I'm surprised that Miguel Cotto is still boxing. I mean, he's an old, maybe 31 or 32-year-old man. He's been in a lot of tough battles. And Sergio Martinez, he's in his 40s. And he's still boxing. But anything can happen. Roberto Duran boxed in his 40s. And Bernard Hopkins is still boxing, even though he's almost 50 years old. But look at Holyfield, he's still boxing in his 50s. I think it has to do with the money situation. I mean, a lot of boxers end their careers broke. It's like any other professional sports player who is just playing for the money. It's just sad that they haven't managed their funds very well. And Muhammad Ali, he ended up broke too, in a way, and is suffering a great deal. It's just so sad. But anyways, check out the fight. Miguel Cotto against Sergio Martinez. Sometime upcoming year, or sometime this year. That's it.